You're too good, so I'm going to ask you one more time. This is how we do things at the O. Are you ready? And the title of 2024 Men's Physique Olympia Champion, two-year winner, and still
Ryan did it 2 times.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The 2024 Mr. Olympia results are here and we have 15 incredible athletes to talk about. In this video, we're diving deep into the top 15 results of the 2024 Olympia Men's Physique division, analyzing the strengths, improvements, and standout moments of each athlete. You won't want to miss this breakdown as we reveal how Ryan Terry secured his second consecutive title and what made him stand out in such a competitive lineup. Let's discuss everything in detail in this video. Kicking off our list at number 15 is Victor Manuel Ramirez from Costa Rica. Victor has been steadily building his career, and last year he claimed victory at the Body V1 Classic Pro, qualifying for the 2023 Olympia. However, he faced tough competition and finished in 16th place, but he bounced back in 2024 by winning the Atlantic Coast Pro and securing his spot for this year's Olympia. In 2024, Victor's physique showed some minor improvements compared to last year, especially in his obliques, which looked a bit sharper. However, his back conditioning stayed pretty much the same, and in a field full of athletes who made big strides, that just wasn't enough to push him higher. Overall, it's a good showing for 15th place, but to really make waves next year, Victor will need to bring more size and conditioning to the stage. At number 14, we have Joe Uesato from Japan. Joe earned his spot at the 2024 Olympia by winning the 2023 Japan Pro. Known for his wide upper body and impressive stage presence, Joe brings a lot of unique qualities to the table. His abs were well defined, but his midsection and obliques weren't as sharp as some of the top contenders this year. Still, his upper body is undeniably wide, giving him a commanding presence on stage. Joe's shoulders look great and his upper back is strong, but where he falls behind is in the overall balance and tightness needed to place higher. This year, Joe improved his overall physique and his posing has become more polished. But at the Olympia, every little detail counts, and Joe will need to dial in his conditioning a bit more if he wants to break into the top 10 next year. However, he's definitely someone to watch in future shows as he continues to refine his physique. Yoon Sun Lee from South Korea comes in at number 13. Yoon made headlines this year by winning the 2024 Asia Grand Prix X, and he's been making waves ever since. His physique is balanced and quite impressive, with a lot of potential to rise through the ranks in future competitions. Compared to last year, Yoon made some notable improvements, especially in his midsection, which appeared more defined and prominent. However, he still needs more size and muscle maturity to really stand out against the bigger names in the competition. His back is decent but doesn't quite match the level of detail and conditioning needed to beat out the top athletes. Yoon represents the rising tide of Korean bodybuilding, and with more hard work, he could easily be a dark horse in future Olympia contests. Keep an eye on him because he's just getting started. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video. Your support motivates us. Coming in at number 12 is Saidi Poi from Spain, one of the most improved athletes in the 2024 season. Saidi finished 16th at the 2023 Olympia, but instead of being discouraged, he used that result as motivation. And boy did it pay off. He came back in 2024 with a win at the Empro Pro and placed 5th at the Dubai Pro, proving that he belongs among the elite. Saidi showed significant improvement from last year. His chest is wider, his midsection is tighter, and his abs are much more defined. His physique is the perfect example of balance and symmetry, which is why he caught the judges' attention. From the back, he maintained his conditioning in detail but added some size, which made a big difference. Saidi's perfect V-taper, wide lats, and small waist helped him stand out. He's definitely on the rise, and with a little more work, we could see him breaking into the top 10 next year. At number 11, we have Jaxin He from China. Jaxin won the 2023 Korea Pro and placed 3rd at the Japan Pro, securing his spot at the 2024 Olympia. Jaxin's physique is characterized by detailed muscle and excellent posing, and this year he showed noticeable improvements. Jaxin's midsection was long and tight, giving him an impressive V-taper, and his upper body looked fuller and more mature. His back is wide and his conditioning has improved significantly from last year. However, his lower back detail still lags behind the top competitors, which kept him from placing higher. With his precision, posing and consistent improvements, Jakshin is definitely a rising star in Chinese bodybuilding, and if he keeps improving, he'll be a force to reckon with in future Olympias. Breaking into the top 10, we have Kike Santos from Brazil. Kike earned his spot at the 2024 Olympia by winning the muscle contest Mercosul Pro. Known for his incredible proportions and classic posing, Kike had many fans excited to see what he would bring to the Olympia stage this year. However, compared to last year, Kike seemed to have come in a little off. His midsection wasn't as tight and he appeared somewhat flat both from the front and the back. Last year, Kike had a tighter midsection with visible abs, but this year, that level of conditioning just wasn't there. From the back, he lacked the detail and conditioning needed to crack into the top spots. Despite this, placing 10th at the Olympia is no small feat, and with some adjustments, Kike could definitely improve his standing next year. In 9th place, we have Benkul Marini from the USA. Benkul placed 16th at the 2023 Olympia, but made significant strides this year, winning the Sheru Classic and securing his spot for the 2024 Olympia. This year, he brought a very similar package to last year's Olympia with just a slight increase in size and muscle mass. Benkul's physique is balanced and mature, but compared to the rest of the lineup, he lacked the wow factor to push him into the top 5. His conditioning was solid, but not quite as sharp as some of the other athletes. Still, his steady improvements and consistent performance show that Benkul is someone who could make serious strides in the coming years. With a bit more size and sharper conditioning, he could easily move up the ranks in future competitions. At number 8, we have Carlos Isidro Ocran from China. Carlos made waves in 2024 by winning the China DMS Pro and placing 4th at the Dubai Pro. His muscularity and conditioning have made him a standout competitor this season, and his ability to bring a shredded physique to the stage is impressive. Carlos's chest and back were particularly strong this year, but his lower body didn't quite match the same level of development, which held him back from breaking into the top 5. That said, Carlos has been on a tear this season, and his 8th place finish at the Olympia is a huge accomplishment. With some added muscle mass and refined conditioning, Carlos could easily be a top contender in future Olympias. Taking the 7th spot is Vitor Chaves from Brazil, a true powerhouse in the men's physique division. Vitor placed 9th at the 2023 Olympia but had an incredible breakout year in 2024. He placed 3rd at both the Arnold Classic USA and the Arnold Classic UK, proving that he's capable of competing at the highest level. Vitor also secured 2nd place at the Pittsburgh Pro and the New York Pro before taking home the win at the Miami Muscle Beach Pro, which qualified him for the Olympia. Compared to last year, Vitor's waist was even tighter, and his midsection looked better overall. However, his back seemed a bit stronger last year with more detail and separation. Despite that, Vitor's size, symmetry, and conditioning are a perfect blend, and his consistent performances make him a force to be reckoned with. In 6th place, we have Corey Morris from the United States. Corey placed 6th at the 2023 Olympia, but 2024 has been a real breakthrough year for him. He finished 5th at the Arnold Classic USA, and his victory at the Arnold Classic UA was one of the most talked about wins of the season. This year, Corey brought a physique that was dense, muscular, and very balanced. His midsection showed slight improvements, but his back was particularly impressive, displaying sharp detail and thickness. However, he still struggled to hold onto the same level of conditioning in his midsection, which cost him a higher placing. Corey continues to be a dominant force in the division, and if he tightens things up, we could see him in the top 5 next year. At number 5, we have Edvan Palmeira from Brazil. Edvan has been making significant waves in the men's physique division, and his 2024 season has been a breakthrough. He secured 11th place at the 2023 Olympia, but this year he came back with a vengeance, improving in key areas and breaking into the top 5. His 2024 season was remarkable, with a 3rd place finish at the New York Pro and a win at the Muscle Contest Northeast Championship, securing his spot at the 2024 Olympia. Compared to his performance last year, Edvan has added a bit more size, which has enhanced his overall fullness and presence on stage. However, his midsection wasn't as sharp as it was last year. His abs, which used to be a highlight, weren't as visible or defined, which slightly hurt his overall conditioning from the front. Nevertheless, Edvan's back has shown noticeable improvements. His lats have become wider and the separation and conditioning in his rear poses were better compared to 2023. His obliques remain tight and his muscle structure is still incredibly aesthetic with a tiny waist that accentuates his broad shoulders and wide lats. While his abs weren't as sharp this time, his back and overall symmetry have earned him a spot in the top 5. Edwin consistently brings an aesthetic physique with exceptional conditioning, making him one of the most eye-catching competitors on stage. In 4th place, we have Emmanuel Hunter from the USA. Emmanuel had a great showing at the 2023 Olympia, finishing in 4th place, and this year, he only improved. Coming off a win at the Charlotte Pro, Emmanuel brought a physique to the Olympia stage that was sharper, fuller, and better conditioned than before. Compared to last year, he has made noticeable improvements in several key areas. His midsection is now tighter and his abs are more defined and sharper, making his front poses more impressive. His shoulders also show better fullness and are popping more compared to last year. Emmanuel's overall size has increased and his back development has improved, particularly in terms of shoulder width and back detail. Emmanuel's chest and back continue to be some of his standout features with great fullness and muscle separation. His sharp, well-defined abs further add to his aesthetic appeal. One of Emmanuel's strengths is his ability to nail his conditioning, consistently showing up shredded. This year was no different, and his improvements helped him retain his spot in the top 5 at the Olympia. Coming in at number 3 is the former Olympia men's physique champion Erin Banks from the USA. Erin entered the 2024 Olympia aiming to reclaim his title, but once again he fell just short. After finishing 3rd at the 2023 Olympia, Erin came into the 2024 season strong, winning the Dubai Pro. However, despite his best efforts, Erin's physique this year didn't show many improvements compared to last year. He brought a very similar level of conditioning and overall size to the stage, which may have held him back from climbing higher in the ranks. His back, however, remains one of the best in the division. Erin's back is wide, thick, and deeply detailed, giving him a strong edge in rear poses. His physique is still incredibly aesthetic, marked by full muscle bellies, symmetry, and tight conditioning. Erin's chest and shoulders are also well developed, giving him a powerful look from the front. Although his size hasn't increased much, his conditioning remains solid and his strong back continues to be one of his standout features. Erin's consistency and well-balanced physique earned him 3rd place once again, and he remains one of the top athletes in the division. At the runner-up spot, we have Ali Bilal from Belgium. Ali made a huge leap from his 16th place finish at the 2023 Olympia to 2nd place this year, showcasing remarkable improvements and earning his spot among the best. His 2024 season was nothing short of outstanding, with wins at both the Pittsburgh Pro and the New York Pro, solidifying his status as a top contender. Ali brought his best package to the Olympia stage with dense muscle mass and razor-sharp conditioning. His midsection was particularly impressive, with visible and deeply etched abs that made his front poses pop. Compared to last year, Ali significantly improved his midsection, making it tighter and more defined, which was one of the key factors in his rise to 2nd place. However, while Ali's front poses were outstanding, his back remains an area that could use further development. Although his overall conditioning was great, his back lacked the detail and separation seen in some of the top competitors like Ryan Terry. This ultimately held him back from winning the title. Despite this, Ali gave Ryan a tough battle, and his improvements over the past year have been nothing short of extraordinary. If he can continue to develop his back, Ali will be a serious threat to the title in the coming years. And finally, at number 1, we have Ryan Terry from the UK, now a 2-time Olympia men's physique champion. Ryan had an incredible 2024 season, winning the New York Pro and successfully defending his Olympia title against some fierce competition. Compared to last year, Ryan's physique has evolved, particularly in terms of back development. His back was one of the strongest on stage this year, with deep muscle separation and thickness that gave him a significant edge in rear poses. This, more than anything else, was the deciding factor in his victory over Ali Bilal. However, his midsection, which was one of his standout features in 2023, wasn't as sharp this time around. Ryan's abs weren't as visible or well-defined as they were last year, which gave Ali an advantage in the front poses. Despite this slight drop in midsection conditioning, Ryan's overall physique was still exceptional. His chest and shoulders were full and well developed, and his ability to perfectly peak for competitions remains one of his greatest strengths. Ryan's polished stage presence, combined with his improved back and consistent overall package, helped him secure his second Olympia title. He remains the man to beat in the division, and with his track record, Ryan will likely continue to dominate the men's physique division for years to come. And that wraps up the 2024 Mr. Olympia Men's Physique division. What an amazing lineup of competitors this year, and a huge congratulations to Ryan Terry for defending his title. Do you agree with the results? Who do you think can challenge for the top spot next year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on the bodybuilding world. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.